Thank you, Scott. I welcome all of you to this program. I always enjoy coming to the Ohio State for Kriya Yoga programs with Guruji. Scott has given me a nice intro. Basically, yes, I am a medical doctor, but I was raised with the philosophy of Kriya Yoga meditations through my father, who created the Meditation Center in Kitchener, which is our main center in North America for the practice of Kriya Yoga. We hold regular retreat programs there twice a year, and we have regular daily sessions as well. It was such a great blessing for me to meet Swami Satyam back in 1995, and I was a practicing family physician in Ontario at the time, and what I understood Kriya Yoga a little bit. When I met him, I was practicing what I thought was Kriya Yoga meditation, but I really didn't understand to the full extent until I met him and practiced in his sessions at the class. And what I learned the most is if you want to learn Kriya Yoga meditation, you have to attend as many sessions as possible with him. And from that I observed many people who were attending the class that they had a lot of medical problems, diabetes, osteoporosis, cancer, and things like that. When they learned to practice the technique scientifically with his guidance, they improved. I actually tried to monitor some of the people with their blood sugars coming down, not requiring the medications anymore. I started visiting India, the main center in Allahabad, and I witnessed people who had strokes, and the doctors couldn't help them at all. I've seen them improve with just the practice being in that vibration of the classes themselves. I've seen them improve with the diet that he prescribes that is good for this meditation. There's been so many improvements that I observed as a clinician that I thought you can't just ignore this. This is something that society needs to know about, that people can feel control of their lives, that they're empowered to follow their family physician's advice, but yet work with the Kriya Yoga meditations to help them. People also who had problems with mental illness, problems with their families, with their teenagers at home, lots of social issues, have improved with the practice. And so that's important for all of society worldwide. And that's why I think it's so important that if you want to learn this practice, and if you're sincere about improving yourself and the community at large, that you attend as many classes as possible. And as Scott said, he has some sessions at his family home this week. The more you attend, the more you will learn. And we are so blessed to have Swami Satyam with us today. We also invite you to our center in Kitchener. We'll be having spring sessions around the long weekend of May next year, and we have our summer sessions usually the last 2 weeks of August, and you can get all of that information from Scott.
Thank you, Scott, and everyone. Welcome to the city of Euclid, one of the largest suburban municipalities throughout the state of Ohio. I've been to Allahabad, to the ashram in India, 4 times now, and probably about 20 times to the ashram located in Kitchener, Ontario. Kriya Yoga meditation, as some of you will discover that have not experienced until this evening, combines the ideas behind science, religion, and politics. And as the police chief knows, he's going to be making some remarks a little bit later, we live in a society where there are still purveyors of violence, where violence interferes with the peaceful coexistence of mankind. By contemplating these 3 areas, Kriya Yoga meditation creates the opportunity, if undertaken appropriately, where science, politics, and religion can help wipe away the terror and the dark veil of violence that still occasionally pervades throughout our society. So because Yogi Satyam is kind enough to come forward into our community to help us experience some of that on behalf of the city, I thank you, congratulate you for your work, and you're in for a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. That was very kind, and thank you. It is so good to see you here tonight. I only wanted to say a couple of words, and I think I'd be better suited by saying that I have been a police officer in the city of Euclid, second generation police officer, for over 32 years. At the end of the year, my service to the city will be completed. But with that being said, I can fully tell you that without a doubt, our police department is better trained, better prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. However, the challenges that lie ahead are greater. The violence that you see in the news every day, the villainization of police officers that are taking place, the chronic exposure, not just through media, but through the daily acts by police officers, is something that can really, really take an effect on public servants. I know that everyone's heard about those who are out in the military and they experience post-traumatic stress. Imagine 32 years of exposure to things that you'd rather not be involved with, and you can see our police officers are exposed to what I would call a chronic stress situation, where they're brought into the worst, and it really can take a very, very negative effect on them. I can tell you that my experience with Kriya Yoga meditation as a result of exposure that was the result of conversations with Scott has done wonders in terms of my personal ability to deal with the situations that you have to or forced to encounter as a public servant. I am very appreciative that this practice from the East that is now being brought to the West and exposed to the people here is something that can provide benefits to everybody. Our police officers, our public servants, the population in general can all benefit from the calming effects and from the practice of the meditation. So I thank you again, and I thank you for being here, and I look forward to the program.
Thanks so much, Chief. And last, an introduction for Guruji. I have no words. What he's done for the countless number of people that I've witnessed living at his ashram for 2 years. My wife lived at is living at his ashram. She's visiting home, but has lived at his ashram for 6 years. Our son was born and raised there. The kind of help that he gives to people, known and unknown, I can't put to words. So they say the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So I think if we enjoy the class, that's the best reflection of what you feel inside. It's the best reflection as an introduction to who Guruji is. So very honored to have this opportunity tonight, and we'll begin the class.
Always think that angelic power of mother, father, children, parents, husband, wife is connected here. Then always you will have great harmony. You can say, let us fight each other, but one point, let us look forehead point of each other. We cannot fight. Fight is impossible. When we start talking evil, always eyes going away from this point. If I am talking with you, if I have to convey some negative point of anyone, then I cannot focus clearly at your forehead point. If I have to talk good points of everybody, then easily my eyes will focus at your Bhrumadhya. When we talk each other, try to observe it. Generally we are having this habit talking, he is good, he is bad, she is good, she is bad. When try to grab the negative points, eyes will never like to focus here. When try to focus here, you cannot talk negative point of anyone in the world. This is the first point, how to stop growth of violence.